I hope this the right page. Because this is crazy. I was on, obvious, it can't be. I don't know what's going on. Got to be more careful. This ain't right. Can't be right. Hey, Jocelyn. Girl, we was having technical difficulties. Is this the right page that we on? Because I was on live earlier and it was my other YouTube channel and it was people that came on there and I'm talking to them waiting for y'all. Hey Terry, I'm talking to the people waiting for y'all and I knew it was people that I never saw on the live before. And we was just holding a long conversation and stuff like that. And I was like, I say something ain't right, because I'm not on my tablet because my tablet some kind of way I pressed the wrong something wrong, and now I try to log back in, and I must be pressing the wrong information. Hey Queen, thank y'all. We got 2 likes and 7 people. All the stuff I went through, can y'all just we good. Hey Kings and Queen, all the stuff I just went through, can y'all just press the like button? We got 7 in here with 2 likes. That don't go together. Do y'all know I just went through a whole lot? A whole lot. I was talking to people that I never even talked to before on my other YouTube channel. I got 263 people on my other YouTube channel. The people been subscribing to the wrong channel. And people been saying, oh, I've been waiting for you and all that kind of stuff there. So I wonder if I can take my subscribers over there and bring over here because those people been waiting for me to go live on the other YouTube channel. And I was on there talking to the people and it was people that was from North Carolina and they say it's storming in North Carolina. So I was talking to the people and I was like, oh, something ain't right. So I had a couple of people I was talking to that was from North Carolina, and some people was from some other places that was on there that I was talking to, and I told them I'm on the wrong YouTube channel. So I don't know how I'm gonna work that out. Y'all Ray said, "Hey Queens," but anyway, I was on Facebook over there, and I was on yeah. So we got eight likes and 9 people in. But I was on the other YouTube channel, y'all, and they had a lot of people that was coming on that channel. So some kind of way, I wish I can just merge the channels together because it was people that was on there and it was like they on there because they like the way, I'm talking and me being positive and all that kind of stuff there. And the people, I told them we was on the wrong page. I told them we was on a different page. Oh yeah, to restart the YouTube channel, right? So I don't like the people that was over there, the people I was just talking to. I wish they could come on because they subscribed to the wrong channel. We got Vegas in the building. All right, Miss Friday. But anyway, y'all, today the topic is how long. I mean, how many times do you wear the clothes before you get rid of them, or before you give them away? Because a lot of us got stuff in the closet that we need to do some general cleaning and stop being selfish and get rid of stuff that just collecting dust. See what I'm saying? A lot of y'all don't know that clothes that you put in the closet and put away. Hey, so, oh, thank you. So stuff that we have, we don't get rid of, but we still holding on to stuff. And we should get rid of stuff that's been sitting in the closet. Some of y'all need to do general cleaning. See what I'm saying? Because, all right, we put up the summer stuff and take out the winter stuff. Do y'all not know no matter how clean you are, it still have a such thing as dust mites? See what I'm saying? If you're not a person that constantly clean your ceiling fan, clean behind your curtains, clean under your blinds and all that kind of stuff there, all that brings dust mites. So if you got winter clothes in the closet And say like you got a closet that you don't go in. Hey, my baby. Hey, queens. So if you got a closet that you don't go in a lot, just know that, yeah, you got a washroom, queen. Yeah, just know that. Say like this turtleneck. All right. So I don't have a lot of space, so I got the little containers that I have some of my stuff in containers and stuff like that because I don't have a lot of space. But when you start getting your winter clothes out, I mean, some of your stuff you got to rewash because even though no matter how clean you are, they still have little spider webs. They have little stuff that gets inside of your clothes, and you wonder why you itching when at the end of the day it's been sitting in the same spot for so long. And you could say, "Oh no, not me." You can have the cleanest house. You can have somebody constantly come and clean your house. That don't mean you're not gonna get dust mites. Everybody get dust mites. Yeah, working clothes and all that. Yeah. So a lot of people got a lot of stuff and they say you got an extra room and you got clothes in that closet and you very seldom you go in that closet or do general cleaning in that closet. Do you not know that they have spider webs and all that stuff there and say like you going there to pull a jacket out? You know what I'm saying? You're not even thinking that when you put that jacket on, it might have dust mites in it because you ain't wore it. Because stuff get dry right. I didn't even know. Y'all, we got 10 likes, 27 people in. Y'all, I didn't even know that clothes, like deteriorate. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't have dresses and stuff for decades and stuff like that. And I was wondering why it's ripping and and it could be just in the closet, a normal wear and tear. It could be a normal wear and tear, right? But if it's sitting in the closet, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, and I'm not bragging. I'm not just saying this. All right, I had a dress, and the dress I had was $10,000. It was $9,999. When I tell y'all, I tried to save the dress. I tried to save that dress for dear life. I was holding on to that dress for dear life because it was a $10,000 dress, and not only because, hey Queen, hey Linda, and not only because it was a $10,000 dress. I was just, hey Melissa, hey Queen, I was just holding on to the dress because um a lot of y'all might not remember because a lot of y'all, some of y'all is younger and some of y'all is older. Y'all remember the Young and the Restless? The older people do. Y'all remember when Miss Chancellor, they had Jill Abbott, and they had Miss Chancellor Jill Abbott. That's when Miss Chancellor passed away or whatever. No, I don't think she passed away then. It was her and Jill going at it behind Victor, and there was all kind of stuff, right? So one day they had something in a shower, and they had Jill had the dress on, and I had to be like 21 or maybe younger than that. And I went out to the club called Crystals. So when I went to the club called Crystals, yeah, she passed away. It was a dress that I had on, and everybody was like, "Oh, Jill had your dress on." I said, "No, Jill had her dress on, and I got my dress on." So the same exact dress that I had on, and no shade, the same exact. It was a zebra black and white dress, and when I raised my arm up, the dress looked like a zebra. So the same dress Jill had on, I had the dress on. And I tried to save that dress for dear life. And one day I picked the dress up. I wore it one time. I picked the dress up. And when I picked the dress up, it just started falling apart. And I say, well, damn, what a lot of people really don't realize is that everything get old and some stuff get dry rot. See what I'm saying? It could be a mink. If you don't protect your mink and stuff like that, your mink gonna fall apart. See what I'm saying? So if you don't have your mink in the type of bag that they say you're supposed to put it in a certain type of bag or whatever, I had the mink fur, the little one that you throw over you. You know what I'm saying? And I had the coat one. So those type of stuff, those type of coats and minks and stuff like that, you gotta preserve them. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure it's a certain temperature in your house or in a closet or whatever, or sooner or later it's gonna go to dry rotting. See what I'm saying? So us that have clothes and stuff that we don't wear, don't have no intentions on wearing it, why hold on to it? Why not just go in your closet and do some cleaning? Because at the end of the day, you got shit taking up space and you're not gonna even wear the shit no more. So what's the purpose of us holding on to unnecessary shit that we're not gonna even wear again? You know what I'm saying? So if you got, and then see something like this, if you put this in the dryer too many times, after you done wash it too many times, this turtleneck is gonna start to get them little, I call them little bumps on it and all that kind of stuff there. And once you get the little bumps on it, I'm not wearing it no more because you know why? It attract bed bugs. See what I'm saying? Certain stuff, when it get old, you need to get rid of it instead of trying to hold on to it. And some of y'all be talking about, I'm gonna send stuff to the Goodwill. Some of y'all need the good trash. See what I'm saying? Don't give somebody something that you know you wouldn't want. If it's not clean, because I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Right. I used to work at the Goodwill. And we used to separate the good from the bad. See what I'm saying? But you got to remember when you bring stuff to the Goodwill, it's mixed up with good and bad. It's mixed up with dirty clothes that people done dropped off or people done wore stuff and they ain't washing. And mind you, if y'all on here and y'all gonna give something to the Goodwill, can y'all please make sure y'all clean it and wash it before y'all deliver it to the Goodwill to somebody else? Because one time I was sorting clothes out and it was some nasty stuff that a female gave to the Goodwill, and she should have just put that shit in the garbage because it was ridiculous. And y'all know I ain't even got to say what it was, but it was some pants, and she should have just thrown that in the garbage. Hey, Pam. So we had technical difficulty. That's why I got on here late, but we got it together. I was on my old page that I never even used instead of this page. And I had to tell the people that was on that page that I have this is my original page, but I got 263 subscribers on a page that I never really used. But anyway, back to us and the stuff that we need to get rid of. So a lot of y'all need to do some general cleaning. If you got good stuff that you probably wore once or twice and you don't want it anymore, just donate it or either sell it. If you don't want to get rid of it, if you don't have no plans on wearing it anymore, just get rid of it. That's why a lot of y'all got more than enough space, but in your mind you don't have enough space is because you're holding on to shit that you really need to get rid of. Why look at a closet and you started going to the mall, you started adding to shit that you need to get rid of? Why go to the mall? Why go to the mall, to the shoe store? Why bring more shoes on top of shoes that you ain't even wore? Got to be more careful. Some of us go buy shit, be looking for, you might go to the store, I'm looking for a green boot. Girl, you got 2 pair of green boots. You're looking for black shoes, you got more than enough black shoes. But it's called greed because you got more than enough. And if you keep going to the store, you're going to always see shit that you want that you don't need. See what I'm saying? So how long do y'all wear y'all clothes before y'all say, I'm not wearing it again, or I'm going to get rid of it? Because I ain't going to lie. Me, like if I come on here and I take a picture and y'all didn't saw me with something on, unless it's something I'm just throwing on and I'm inside, something I had, like I didn't went to a ball in a dress. I'm not wearing a dress again if I went to a ball and everybody saw me with it on. Yeah, 10 cups of coffee. Yeah. So if I went to a ball and a lot of people saw me and I post my picture all over social media, you will not see me with that dress again. So I got dresses that I didn't went to the ball and wore that I'm never wearing again, that I need to get to some young girl that's going to the prime, or give to somebody that's going to a ball, that at the end of the day, that don't even have to have nothing to do with me. I can get the dresses to somebody that'll put the dresses on and look beautiful in the dress. You know what I'm saying? So just tell me, why are we holding on to shit that we really not gonna even use again? Just make it make sense. Just make it make sense. Make it make sense why we have shit that we don't even use. I got an air fryer that I ain't even ever used. I just saw it in the store and everybody was talking about how good the air fryer is and all this. I don't even know how to work the air fryer. It's brand new up there. I got a popcorn popper that I ain't never popped, not one popcorn. I got I got a cooker that digital, and I don't even know how to work the cooker. So just ask me why I have shit that I don't even use and I don't even know how to work. Just something, another man's trash is another man's treasure. It's not trash, but why buy stuff and you're not even using it? What's the purpose? Why add on to the shit you have when you're not using the shit that you already have? That's what I'm saying. So, how long is it going to take you to get rid of shit that you know you're not going to even wear again? And I ain't gonna lie, if it's up to me, for every season, winter, summer, spring, and fall, if it was up to me, I change it. I want to change my house for spring, summer, winter, and fall. That's me. But I know I can't because I'm limited because I'm in a wheelchair. But I'm that one like Thanksgiving. I got the Thanksgiving look now. Now I want to go to the Christmas look, even though, I want to just have the green and the red, and stuff like that. I want to do the Christmas colors, right? And I just like my house to go along with the winter, summer, spring, and fall. You know what I'm saying? Summertime, I have a wreath that's for the summer. You know what I'm saying? Like different time of the year. If it was up to me, every season, I'll change my house. Like in the summer, I have my summer comforters. The room will be spring colors. In the winter, I have winter colors. You know what I'm saying? So, what about you having more than enough? What about you having 10 and 20 pillows on your bed, and at the end of the day, somebody ain't even got one? They had a pair of shoes you wore 2 times. I know you lying, Shelby. Me and Jocelyn had that talk about the shoes, because when you driving, girl, now what kind of shoes them was for the heel to fall off? You been had them shoes, and guess what? They don't mean there was no cheap shoes either. So look, I have a pair of boots. I have a pair of boots. So when I tell you that those boots was every bit of $300, right? So I put the boots on. So I was getting in my wheelchair. Why the boots started talking in the back? I said, I know you lying. And the boots still look brand new. But the boots started doing this in the back. And the boots still look brand new. It's all because I had them so long. And I guess everything get old. And we holding on to shit that if you don't get no use out of it, 2 Chainz to 1, it's gonna get old. And it's gonna be out of, like some things be out of stock. That's how it should be. Got to be more careful. Should be out of stock. Now I got that popcorn dry rot. Yeah, I got that popcorn maker right there. I ain't even pop not one pop or corn. I got the air fryer. All it's doing is picking up air because there ain't nothing getting fried in it. Never used. It's brand new, silver and black. I got a cooker that's silver and black. Don't know how to use it, but it's one of the expensive ones. Another man's trash, another man. Somebody will come to my house and use that and cook their tail off. But unlike me, I don't even know how to start cooking in it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, Terrence. So, what's the purpose of us holding on to shit so we really don't need? We really don't use. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I want a new living room set. I want a new bedroom set, right? But at the same time, I want a bedroom set that I'm gonna enjoy and I'm gonna get in. You know what I'm saying? I want another sofa set because I want the ones with the recline and all that. At my other house, I had an all white. I had the bar stools and all that was white. My sofa was white and all that kind of stuff there. You know what I'm saying? You always want stuff, but I don't never have no company. So I ain't got to rush to fix my house up because it's not like nobody come to my house. But I want to fix my house up because that's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? For me, not for nobody else, because nobody don't come to my house. But I said that to say another man's trash is another man's treasure. We holding on to shit that we really don't need. And it's just not me. It's a lot of y'all too. Y'all got more than enough. So, I mean, you got jewelry, you got clothes, you got bras, you got stuff that you really don't need. Now, I would never get nobody my underwears. I would never give the Goodwill my underwears. I don't understand how people could say, "Oh, I'm gonna get a Goodwill underwears." For what reason? Who wants some underwears that somebody else coochie was in? I know I don't, but y'all got bras and stuff, good bras that y'all don't wear anymore. You got your favorite bra that you need to get rid of. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the bras I have, I got one favorite one. No, maybe two or three favorite ones. Out of all the brides that I have, and I have a lot of brides, but I got favorite brides. And it's just sad that I see the new brides and I'll be like, I don't want that bra because they don't make me, it make me feel some kind of way. I'd rather put on an old bra than to put on a new bra because I like the way the old bra feel. See what I'm saying? So all y'all, just tell me when y'all gonna start getting rid of the shit that y'all done moved numerous times. Cause it's just me. No, it ain't just me. I ain't gonna say it's just me. When y'all gonna do some general cleaning? Them ceiling fans got dust on the top of it. All you have to do is go to Walmart and get the duster, get the duster and dust all that dust off the top of the ceiling fan. See what I'm saying? And then open the closet, let the closet get some fresh air. And individually, that duster that you have, get you another duster for your clothes and go down the line and get the dust off your clothes. Because just because you clean don't mean that you don't have dust mites. So we got 16 likes over here. We got 14 people and 16 likes. Thank y'all for the likes. So just because you're a clean person don't mean that you won't get something out the closet and you at a party or something, you wondering why you itching on the inside and you're like, damn, scratch my back for me. And you wonder why you itching. That's because 2 chances to 1 something crawled up under this sweater and been through the sweater and you itching. Not saying that you are not a clean person. You know what I'm saying? But you can move into a brand new house and you're wondering why they got spider webs and all that kind of stuff. But they got more than 14 people on here because they got a lot of pickaboos. But spider webs come from just, you could go out of town for a couple of days and come back home and wonder why you got spider webs in your house. That's just life. That's just life. See what I'm saying? But the topic today is, you on here, when you gonna get rid of some of that shit you done wore already numerous times? Because I ain't gonna lie, some of y'all might get mad, but once you start getting them little bumps on your clothes and all that shit give me the creep. That shit make me itch. Once I see the little bumps on the clothes, they be saying it's lint. Well, I'm not wearing that shit no more. I don't, like if you didn't put something in the dryer and you do not wash your towels with your clothes. So if you got towels that you wash, and do not put something like this with your towels because it's going to attract the stuff off the towels onto your turtleneck. So when y'all going to start giving away some shit? I'm waiting. Because I could hear somebody on here saying, I ain't getting my shit away. Well, what you holding on to it for? You ain't wearing it. And a lot of y'all be claiming y'all broke. Oh, I ain't got no money. You behind on your light bill, whatever. You got a treasury in your house. You ever thought about life like that? If you're the type of person that always bought your expensive Louis Vuitton, Gucci bags, and all them name brand purses and all that kind of stuff, girl, you're not broke. I'm just saying. Let me say this to some of y'all selfish people. Y'all selfish with yourself. Because let me say this. Jewelry, expensive stuff is collateral. If you got a bag that was $3,000, or if you got a bag that was $500-$600, or if you got a bag that was $2,000, or if you got expensive shoes and all that shit, you can sell anything that's worth something and get you some money. So to you that's saying, well, I ain't got no money, but you got expensive stuff in your house, got to be more careful. When you buy name brand stuff, just think about it as being you invest in it. Because I kid you not, when it was times was hard for me, I had it costed me $5,000 to get my stuff out the pawn. Don't let that go over your head. My stuff was worth more than $5,000. But it costed me $5,000 to get my stuff out of the pawn. So just imagine how much interest they made off of me if I left my stuff in the pawn shop within a year's time. And I promise the stuff that I wasn't really worrying about, I didn't worry about because they hadn't made their money off of me. But all my valuable stuff, I got out the pawn. But when Katrina hit, I had $50,000 worth of jewelry in the pawn shop. And it was at Fisher's Jewelry on Canal Street, and I forgot all my stuff was in the pawn shop when Katrina hit. And when I came back and realized that it was too late, they said I should have came to them. Now listen, they had insurance. So when they left, they didn't leave their jewelry. They put that jewelry in a vault and they took it with them. And they know everybody that was paying on their stuff. So I feel like the pawn shop won off a lot of us who didn't remember. We was distraught. We didn't remember that we had stuff in the pawn shop because we was going through a transition and a tragedy with us being displaced in this and different location. So I forgot all about my jewelry. One time it came to my senses and I went there and I was like, I forgot all my, and it was like, oh, you should have came a little sooner. But I forgot. But I know they got paid off my jewelry. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. And I'm not exaggerating. For the people who don't know, I had earrings with my name crushed in diamonds. It was Ann. It was ANN crushed in diamonds. I had the earrings. I had a pendant that go around your neck that had 9 pearls, 10 pearls. It looked like a tree and it was full of diamonds with a rope chain. I had a ring with my initial and it was crushed in diamonds. I had a bracelet with my name going across in diamonds. And I had a lot of like nice things, you know what I'm saying? That I ain't never seen nobody else with it. But at the same time, they probably melted my jewelry down, took the diamonds and did whatever they wanted. But that's how I wound up losing my jewelry because I fell on hard times and I pawned my jewelry. But every month I was paying on my jewelry, so I wouldn't lose my jewelry. And I lost my jewelry due to Katrina. That's how I get to lose my jewelry. So I said that to say that a lot of y'all that got, you might have your mama ring, your daddy ring, or stuff like that. You might have collateral and all that kind of stuff there. So y'all be around here letting your lights get turned off. Y'all don't pay your car insurance or your car note and all that kind of stuff there. Not knowing that you got a gold mine right in your house, but y'all so selfish and so immaterial to you wouldn't even go pawn or sell a Gucci purse, a Louis Vuitton purse, a ring or something like that. You rather let your bills be undone, knowing that you got something that you can get the money and you'll be all right with. But here nor there, I'm not immaterialistic like that. Because everything that I have, if I fell on hard times, I'm going to the pawn shop. If I don't go to the pawn shop, I'm not scared to sell my stuff to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because stuff is just stuff that you could get again. And they got somebody, well, I ain't never pawning my stuff. I ain't never selling my stuff. You know why? Because you self-centered. But you'd rather go call somebody on the phone and ask them, you can limit $10, you can limit $50, you can limit $100, you can limit this until next month. Why you just can't go to the pawn shop and ask them to limit it? Why you just can't go to the pawn shop and pawn it and then go back and get it? But you rather ask somebody because you know you don't intend to pay the person back who you want to borrow the money from. Don't let that go over your head. Some people think some of us, I don't know about nobody else, but I'm going to speak for me. Everything that I have that's worth something is collateral to me. It's collateral. So me coming on here, I need a GoFundMe and I need this and need that. Nah, if I have to pay my car note, car insurance, and all that kind of stuff there, and have to pay my rent, whatever it is, I'm not calling nobody on the phone. I'd rather go to the pawn shop and see if I can get what I need. And you got to be very mindful when you go to the pawn shop, because with them, they're gonna negotiate. See what I'm saying? But don't get more than you need. Get what you need so you can stay in your bracket where you can pay the interest and get it out. If you get more than you need, why get more than you need when, remember, you got to pay that interest. So what I'm saying? And that pawn shop got to make their money. You know what I'm saying? Because they made a lot of money off of me. But it's okay. My stuff was secured, and my ex wasn't able to steal the stuff that I had in the pawn shop. Got to be more careful. So to y'all that's out there, they got all that stuff, but you still whining and moping and crying and talking about what you ain't got. You ain't got because you don't want to have. That's why I ain't speaking for nobody else. I buy good stuff because I like quality stuff that's gonna last, and not also don't like it because it's gonna last. I like it because if I ever need some money, pop go to Weez and the Weez gonna go pop. I can go get it. Y'all ever looked at it like that? No, y'all didn't. Nah. I ain't pawning my stuff. I ain't never going to wear that shoe. Because you, in your mind, you thinking you ain't going to never have to go to the pawn shop. Because in your mind, you thinking you'll never fall off. Because guess what? You can have money in the bank and still fall off. Don't let that go over your head. Because guess what? They got people had money in the bank and they couldn't even get to their money. Don't let that go over your head. How about that? And they got banks that file bankruptcies too. Y'all got to think about that too. What if a tornado come and the bank have to relocate it too? Do y'all not know that some states don't have the same banks? See what I'm saying? They got Bank of America in Atlanta. I was with Bank of America in Atlanta. New Orleans don't have a Bank of America. So if I was in Atlanta, Atlanta had a storm or a tornado, and my money was in a bank, that means you got money you can't even get to. So don't ever think you can't never be that person that can't reach out and touch. Because guess what? God will make it to where you'll have money and you can't even get to it. How about that? How about that? So money can't buy everything. Like people say, oh, you could buy anything with money. No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't buy peace, joy, and happiness. Don't let that go over your head. Got to be more careful. You can't buy everything with money. You can buy temporary happiness. A man can come in your life and give you the world and still don't make you happy. I don't want the man to give me the world. I want him to make me happy. I want him to love Jehovah first and love himself. If he loved Jehovah first and himself, then I know he could love me. Don't let that go over your head. So all y'all out there thinking, if you get $1 million, you're going to be happy. That's not true. Because money don't make you happy. And material things don't make you happy. I'm a living witness to that. I had a beautiful house at 28 years old. A beautiful car, Aqua Legend, beautiful. I had a lot of things that I wanted. But is that what I needed? I needed Jehovah in my life. All the money in the world can't get me out of this wheelchair. And people, oh, you could walk if you wanted to. To me, that's the dumbest shit somebody could ever say to me. Oh, you know you can walk if you want to. So what you saying, I don't want to walk? Don't you think if I could walk, I'd be trying to walk? Don't you think if I could stand up, I'd be standing up? So all the money in the world can't get me out the wheelchair, since money could buy anything. So you that's saying, oh, money could buy anything. It can't. Money can't buy anything. But I do know Jehovah, he's a healer. And I know he said he'll supply my each and every need. He know me better than I know myself. What if he feel like, what if he don't want me to walk? What if he feel like you better off staying the way that you are? What if me being in a wheelchair saved my life? Y'all ain't think about life like that. Because I know me. If I wasn't the person that I was, if I was still that person, if I would have completely changed my life completely, I probably would have been walking. But my mindset wasn't changed. Because I said out my mouth, I let it go. I ain't bothered. I ain't worrying about it. But that ain't what my heart was saying. Don't let that go over your head. So had he had to let me walk anytime sooner, when people piss me off, if I get that angry and I'm in a wheelchair, just imagine how angry I get when I'm not in a wheelchair. Nobody can tell me nothing. So to people on the outside, it's a bad thing. But whatever God wants for my life, that's what I want for my life. I don't want no pity party. I don't want no, oh, she in a wheelchair. I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me. Feel sorry for me for what? Just keep praying for me. Don't pray on my downfall. But feeling sorry? Or feeling sorry for myself? No. Everything happened predestined. Everything happened for a reason. Hey, my baby. Hey, queen. Everything happened for a reason. Nothing in this life happened for nothing. Everything has a reason why it happened. Even if it had nothing to do with you, it still had a reason. Don't let that go over your head. Let me say it again. Even if two people fighting each other and you standing right there and you have nothing to do with it and you get caught up in their shenanigans, it was a reason it happened. Got to be more careful. So everything that happened in life has a reason. It happened for a reason. And my life was predestined. And everything that happened in my life happened for a reason. And I'm good with that. When you get to a point in your life where certain things happen in your life and you can accept life for what it is, you can live. I'm not worrying about how nobody feel about me. I'm not worrying about what nobody say about me. You know what matters? What I feel about me and what he feel about me. Why should I worry about people that don't even worry about themselves? Got to be more careful. I know who I am. Do you know who you are? Every time you look in the mirror, do you know who you are? I know who I am and whose I am. And a lot of y'all do to people what y'all wouldn't want nobody to do to y'all. Because y'all not looking in the mirror. Don't let that go over your head. That part right there. So us holding on to stuff, and I say it all the time, and a lot of people don't like to have that talk. Because if you expire right now, somebody gonna get that shit, don't even want me. Some of y'all got more than enough. More than enough. Sometimes I be thinking, I be saying, you know what? What's the purpose of you adding on to what you already have? And if you live your life and you don't really go nowhere no more, so the new shit that you buying, who gonna see you in it? If you're a homebody and you don't go nowhere no more, what's the purpose? If you somebody that go to church and you got all the big hats and all that, because you was with the first ladies and all that kind of stuff there, why are you still holding on to them big ass hats? For Easter? For the egg? For the rabbit that laid the eggs? That's what I'm saying. So if you somebody that got all the suits and all the, all the clothes and all that, what you holding on to shit that another man trash, another man trash? Let somebody else enjoy. You didn't wear more than once. You didn't wear, or somebody say, oh, I would have, nobody seen me. It been times I went outside, I got cute and got in my car and they ain't never got out the car. So nobody really seen me. But stuff that I have, and I done took pictures and everybody didn't see me, you can wear stuff again, but you can wear it in a different way. But I don't know, it's just me. I don't like to wear the stuff, repeat the same shit over and over. I got my throw-on clothes, like this throw-on stuff. But the stuff when I'm ready to step out, you ain't gonna see me stepping out with the same thing over and over. because I didn't wore it already. But we still got to realize that if you don't get on social media, they got somebody somewhere else they ain't never saw you with that on. Because everybody don't have, some people don't have social media. And some people may not never saw you with that on. But nowadays, social media is around the world. But I might wear it once. But ball gowns and all that stuff there, I'm not wearing it again. So another ball, not doing it. Somebody else could have a ball that they never saw me. But I'm still not wearing the dress again. I mean, it might sound strange, but that's me. I'm not going, and I got ball dresses, stuff that I need to give away. And you got some shit you need to give away too. And then you'll have more space in your closet. And don't give away shit that you won't want nobody to give you. God be testing some of y'all to see what y'all gonna do. Some of y'all got Louis and Gucci's and all that kind of shit there, and you got a Gucci bag that you don't even wear no more, you don't even want because you feel like it's out of style. Well, is you gonna give it to somebody who always wanted a Gucci bag, who never had one? Because I didn't give away Gucci bags and all that, and somebody didn't give me a Gucci bag. But you that's out there, that's selfish and self-centered. I ain't getting, you always want to sell stuff to people, but at the same time, you want people to give you shit. Don't let that go over your head. You lost a lot of stuff from the stone. Right. A lot of people was like, if I could, like at my grandmother's house, the picture with me with my jewelry on, the picture with me, I took, I went to a photo shoot, stuff like that, a picture of my son when he was young and stuff like that. It was a picture of my mama when she was young and all that. Picture of me and my sister and brother when we was young. That was valuable. That was more valuable than stuff. That part right there. So I know a lot of y'all be listening, but some people not gonna go get their shit away. What you holding on to it for? That's all I'm saying. And if you don't want to get it away, if you feel the need, you need to sell everything you got. So when you gonna sell it? Because you ain't using it. It's sad that a lot of y'all is like that. And y'all don't have to be like that. Because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I gave a lot of clothes away. And I like to give my stuff to people that I know gonna wear it and I'm gonna see them with it on. Because guess what? You could give somebody something and they don't even want it. And the stuff you done gave them, they done sold it to somebody. Gots to be more careful. You got to pick your people who you going to give your shit to. Because some people don't even deserve it. I hate selfish people, not literally, but I don't like selfish people. Stop being selfish. You always got your hand out, but you ain't a giver. But you always want somebody to give you some shit. When you going to give some shit up? Somebody. That's what you're supposed to do. If you know you're not gonna wear the shoes, you're not gonna wear the clothes, or you got more than enough, give somebody some shit. Because when you leave the day of tomorrow, somebody gonna get it. You can have it written down. Get this to this one, get this to that one, this and that. That don't mean they're gonna listen. Because I know when my grandfather passed away, he had a will, and in his will he said what to do with his stuff, and I did that. And his son was executive over the will, but I did what my grandfather told me. I gave his jewelry, his watch, and all that to his son. And his son said he ain't even want it, but I still gave it to him because that was my grandfather's wishes. So what about the people that you say give them stuff and they don't even want it? I don't want that. I got a daughter like that. I could wear all the name brand clothes in the world, shoes and all that. I could want her. Oh, I don't want that. She's not materialistic. Unlike my other daughter, probably got 3 closets full of clothes and ain't gonna give none. Ain't gonna get. She might get 1, 2, or 3 of them. Might give something to her friend, but all them clothes is gonna be like, oh, she just got stuff. I know damn well right. My daughter got at least a whole room, the whole room It's the clothes and shoes room. If she ever had to move, she'll need a U-Haul just for her clothes and her shoes. Because she ain't giving nothing away. And some of y'all like that. Y'all got shit in the basement. Y'all got shit in the attic. Some of y'all even got shit in the bathroom. Gots to be more careful. I heard somebody got shit in the kitchen. In the cabinets in the kitchen. Gots to be more careful. For what reason? For what reason? That's what I'm trying to understand. For what reason? You got shit that you'll never wear again. And some of y'all got shit that's too small or too big. So what's your purpose? Why is you holding on to shit that you'll never wear again? Or you'll never walk in those shoes again? Or you'll never just why? And how long it's going to be before you get rid of the shit that you done wore numerous times? Because some of y'all give away shit when y'all should have just thrown it in the trash. You giving somebody else a sweater that then been they accidentally got bleach on it, which I'm gonna say again, somebody treasure, somebody treasure. They got somebody that don't have a sweater, somebody that appreciate it, but still it's just me. I'm not gonna give nobody no anything. If I got a sweater and it got the little bumps and all that shit on, and I know it makes me itch, and I'm not wearing it, I'm not getting it to nobody. I'd rather throw it away than to give it to somebody because it carries stuff like that, carries bed bugs. I never really knew what bed bugs really was until somebody said they had bed bugs in their house and they had to get their house exterminated. They had to take their curtains down and they had to do the whole house because the bed bugs had and took over the curtains and everything. So when y'all go to hotels and stuff like that, you will want to pull the sheets back and make sure that sheets are clean. Because bed bugs sit in mattresses, they sit in curtains, they sit in fabric. Y'all got to be very mindful when y'all go to these hotels because you never know who was in that room before you went to that room. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm very ticky about where I lay my head at. And if the room ain't clean and it ain't up to par, they don't look clean and it don't look up to par to me, I'm not staying there. Some people just don't care. And I'm not one of them. Even if I come to your house and you got sheets on and it got them little bitty bumps on it and all that, the little dots on it and all that, and you can feel it, I'm not sleeping in that bed. Your house not clean, and your house could be clean because people got clean houses, but some people don't change their sheets like they should, often as they should. If I feel like I done stood and laid in my bed too long, at the end of the day, I'm gonna change my sheets and it's just me. I got the mattress cover. I got my sheets. I got the fitted sheet, the other sheet. But in a week's time, even if it's just me, I'm going to pull that sheet off the bed, them sheets off the bed, sprays and all that, and it's going in the washer. You should not keep sheets on the bed over a week. I'm just saying. And some of y'all do that. Some of y'all ain't changed your beds or y'all sprays, y'all comforters. Y'all ain't changed your shit in weeks. And then your children be running around the floor and they got their socks on and the floor, is dirty. Let me say this about me. I'm a very clean person, but my wheelchair attract dust from outside. So I'm constantly mopping my floor and stuff like that, cleaning my floor and stuff like that. But at the same time, like if you go by somebody's house and they got little children and the little children be all on the floor with their socks and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden the mama say, and they all on the floor cleaning the floor with their pajamas and stuff. And the mama say, go to bed. Let me say, what she said? Her say, go to bed. So you mean to tell me they gonna go get in the bed after they done been all on the floor, jumping all behind the sofa, all under the sofa, and now they gonna get in their bed? Gots to be more careful. It's me. I think after a child then did their homework, if they watch a little TV, but they didn't eat already and all that, They should not be all over the floor, knowing that they got to go get in their bed. Right? Yeah, that too, Terry. Holding on to people's shit that's no longer here. Oh, well, it's sentimental value. Oh, it is. So you're just holding on to that jacket because that was your mama jacket. So that's why you're just holding on to it. So when you pass, then who else gonna hold on to it? They got a lot of people hold on to stuff because to them it's sentimental value. See what I'm saying? And then they got some people don't want to release shit. And all right, let me say this. Let me ask you a question. So if you got a son or a daughter, right? Your son and your daughter is living with their girlfriend or their boyfriend. Say they're not married, but they shacking up, right? So say something happened to either one of them. So say your daughter live with a boy and all her clothes and everything is there. Do y'all think if something happened to your daughter and they live in a house together, but it's still your daughter, they're not married, do you think the boy should give the clothes to the girl mama? I'm just asking a question. Because I'm gonna give y'all my answer after y'all. So if your son living with his girlfriend and they not married, right? And something happened to your son and his clothes by the girlfriend, do you think the girlfriend should give the mama the clothes? I'm just saying. I'm just hypothetically speaking. Because me to y'all, I think if they not married, I think you should give me my son's clothes. I don't think you should give them to your cousin, your daddy, your friend. I think you should give the clothes to the parent. And I see a couple of people agree with me because they're not married. And it's bad enough if they married. Y'all know how that's going to go. So what if a man is married and a woman is married and something happened to both of them, right? So, all right, I'll give you one better than that. Say if they got a married couple and both of them have children, but their children are stepchildren between the both of them. She got her set of children and he got his set of children. And something happened to both of them. Y'all know how that's going to go down? 2 chances to 1, her children going to have more access to stuff in the inside than his children. Y'all need me to say it again? Even though they married, her children most likely have more access to their stuff than his children. In that situation, me, if I was a judge, you know what I would do as a judge? If something would happen to the husband and the wife together, I'd tell them lock the house down. I would order them a court order to lock the house down. And you know why I would say lock the house down? So it won't be no tension. Because it's stuff in there that her children should be entitled to, and it's stuff that his children should be entitled to. If something happened, it shouldn't be no one way where, her children go in there and get all the shit, and his children don't get nothing. So y'all got to be very mindful of y'all relationships and y'all marriage. Y'all got to watch out and watch the people and listen to the people that y'all have relationship with. And y'all combine together, join together. Because at the end of the day, when it come down to money, you'll see. 2 chances to 1, when people in marriages and they have money together, both individuals have their own separate money and bank accounts. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, when it comes down to money, property, if you don't dot your I's and cross your T's, if you ain't make a will for your children, because most definitely she made a will for her children. When people together, they say anything. When they separated, when it come down to money and property and all that kind of stuff, then you'll see another side of them. Don't let that go over your head. And this right here is for somebody. Because you love her and she love you. But when it comes down to your money, her money is her money and your money is your money. But your money is your money. But what happens if something happened to her and something happened to you and both of y'all still got money? Outside money. You ever thought about it like that? Who that money gonna go to? I'm just saying. Who it's gonna go to the state? Or did you dot your I and cross your T's? Why are we having this conversation? Because they got a lot of people in marriage and relationship and they don't think about that and they don't talk about that. Because guess what? A lot of people have hidden agendas. They got a lot of husbands and wives. They love each other, but they don't love each other to be honest and truthful to one another. Don't let that go over your head. You want to tell them, but you're scared. You want to tell her, but you're scared. Because telling each other the truth might change everything. And sometimes y'all be trying to hide shit, and all of a sudden shit come out. Because I know somebody was hiding something from their husband and their wife, and they found out. And it was like, well, I didn't know. You had a business account? Oh, yeah, babe, I've been had that. So that made that person go to wondering, what else should I hide? I'm just saying, I'm just the messenger sending a message to somebody. But y'all in love, right? You love him and he love you. But y'all don't love each other enough to be honest with each other. That speak volume. And God forbid if he don't have no children or she don't have no children, then what? And then some people have the nerve, which is nothing wrong with it. Some of them got their money and their mama or their daddy name. Lock that seat. You might know about the other account, but you don't know everything. All the money ain't in the bank. Some of the money by the mom house. Lock that seat. Oh, you thought you knew everything? Girl, please. Boy, please. You ever thought about it like that? Since you think your life is so perfect, until money get involved. Some people, it's called greed. They want their money to be their money, but they want your money to be their money and not their money to be your money. The words they trust no man, woman or man. That's what they say. You never let your right hand know what your left hand do, but you gotta trust somebody. You gotta trust somebody. Or somebody you gotta trust. Because if you don't trust somebody gonna get it. Somebody done died and they didn't gave a sofa away to the Goodwill. And the sofa, somebody bought it. And guess where the money was? In the sofa. That somebody else never knew where it was. They searched and looked and passed over it. When that sofa got sold to the Goodwill and a person bought it, the person who bought it found the money. Don't let that go over your head. So to a lot of y'all that's hiding shit in the TVs and under the stove and the oven and the cabinets and all that kind of shit there. So you don't trust nobody. I thought you loved them. I thought they loved you. But you don't love nobody enough to trust one person. Wow. It's sad to say that you got mothers and daughters and nieces, nephews, brothers and sisters, grandchildren, and you don't know who to trust when it come down to a dollar. So since you got your money stashed, so if you go outside right now and you catch a stroke or you passed away, the state gonna find it. Somebody gonna find it if the state don't find it. So you done got all that money, you accumulate all that money and let the unjust set it up for the just. Because somebody gonna get it. They make it. So we talk about this all the time. But this not a conversation that y'all want to be talking about because at the end of the day, it's real. But you say you love her and you love him. Well, why you got a hidden agenda? Because you think that's the way life's supposed to be, huh? Because that's your husband. That's your wife. Oh, I love my husband. I know. Well, why you lying and stealing and cheating? I thought y'all was bringing everything to the table. That's not true. So us on the outside, thinking everybody loving for love. They loving just to say, I love them. They getting married just to say I got married. Because it ain't for love. You got one being honest and one being dishonest. So you think in a marriage, both of them is honest with each other? Somebody lying. Because girl, he should have told you the truth. And y'all been together how many years? He been lying to you for a long time. Don't let that go big. I'm just saying. So a lot of y'all fooling yourself. Y'all convincing yourself. You know, like somebody lied. And they lie so much that they convince themselves that the lie is the truth. They got a lot of people that convince themselves that the truth is a lie. Thank you, Linda, Queen. Y'all just ever had, and I know everybody got one or two in their family. Somebody just lied for no reason. You ain't even ask them to lie. They just voluntarily lied. And you know they lied. And you call somebody and say, girl, you know what so-and-so said? Why she just be lying like that? Lying is a disease. It's a sickness. And we all then did it. Y'all think I'm going to be on here saying I ain't never lied? I be damn. Hello? God, what? Hello? What you doing? Oh, I was sleeping. Oh, you were sleeping? Yeah, I was sleeping. Just a lie. It's a simple lie. A lie is a lie. Even if you say, oh, it was a real lie, but you still lied. When all I have to say is, well, you know what? I'll call you back. I'm laying down. I don't want to talk right now. I'll call you back. So we lie because we're trying to protect somebody else's feelings. So why do we lie with no intentions? I didn't intend to lie. When you don't have to lie. You don't owe nobody no explanation. If somebody call you, just tell them you're sleeping or just not answer the phone. And when I'm asleep and I answer the phone, if I'm asleep, I'm asleep. Don't call me back to back. If you call me one time and I miss your call, just know that I miss your call and I'm going to call you back. You ain't got to call me back to back unless something happened. Some people call you back to back, and you be like, well, let me answer the phone. Something must be, and they be like, oh, you'll say, what's going on? Well, I just wanted to see. So you call me back to back just to say I wanted to see what you was doing. Now you done pissed me off. Because you made me, and if somebody call you after hours, like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, to me, that's either a booty call or something happened. Do not call my phone 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Because I'm assuming something is wrong. When you're not used to getting calls that time of the morning, that means you calling me. If you're a man, you calling me because it's probably a booty call. But if you family, you calling me because 2 times to 1 something that happened. See what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, some of the things that y'all do to people, if y'all don't want somebody to do it to y'all, y'all shouldn't do it. Y'all shouldn't do it. And it's a lot of y'all doing it. Y'all got to stop and y'all got to think and realize that would I want somebody to do this to me? Would I want somebody to disrespect me or handle me like that? Y'all do shit to people that y'all don't want nobody to do to y'all. Y'all got to make it make sense. So I know we on here, but I ain't just talking. I'm just saying, when you going to go to that closet and pull out that shit that been in there for decades? Cans have expiration date on them. Oh, you got all the canned goods and you got all this and you got all that. And you got canned goods that you done had in there since last year. Do you not know? You got an expiration date on them? Or do it not matter to you? Because stuff have expiration dates on them. So, to you, maybe you don't want to, because sometimes we get lazy. And I don't know about y'all, but me, every time I go somewhere, I'm pulling shit out. I'm pulling clothes out. I didn't change clothes 2 or 3 times, or I didn't figure I put this out to wear. And then I go to the closet and I realize I don't want to wear this, I'm going to wear something else. So that means you got to come back home and straighten all that shit out again. I know it ain't just me. And I'll be like, well, damn. I got all this thrown on the bed, purses on the bed, shoes and boxes all over, all on the sofa and all that. Now I got to go home and clean up because I done left shit all over the bed and all that because I was in a rush. When I read it last night, hadn't already put out what I was going to wear, and I changed my mind. And it ain't nobody but me, but I made this mess and I got to clean it up. So that's why you don't have a whole lot of room in your closet, because you need to get some shit up out of the closet. And don't give your shit to somebody that's not going to appreciate it. Clock that seat. And somebody that don't even like you. Me too, Cynthia. I put something out, and when I go to put it on, I'll be like, I don't want to wear this. Or if I put it on and it don't look right, yeah, I go change again. And then I'll be looking for shoes, and I go buy shoes, and I'll be like, damn, I could have wore these. I had this stuff we looking for, we already have. And it's sad. Because a lot of stuff I need to get out of my closet. Because I'm not going to wear it. I don't want somebody to get my shit that's going to sell it. If you want it because you like it and you're going to appreciate it and you're going to wear it, take care of it. I give you something nice and you don't even take care of it. I didn't give you something expensive, and when I look at it, all the thread and all that, it's just all ripped up. That's because you wanted it, but you ain't appreciate it. And if y'all gonna borrow people's shit, why I gotta call you? Can you just bring my belt back that you had since last year? What belt? The one you had last year. Why people ask to borrow your shit, but they act like they forgot they had it? They ain't forgot. They ain't had no intentions on bringing it back. And then when you get it, it's not the way you give it to them. And then they got an attitude. You ever lend somebody something and you wondering why they never, and they say, oh, I forgot it. Or you ever ask somebody, Or you could bring such and such, because sisters do that. You'll bring such and, oh girl, I forgot. No, you ain't forgot. Instead of you just saying no, they'll lie and tell you, oh girl, I forgot it. I forgot, girl. I forgot you asked me for, I forgot you asked me for that. Yeah, right. Y'all gotta realize how people treat you. Sometimes you gotta fall back from people that you see. Like, if they show you who they are the first time, you gotta believe them. That's who they is. They always want to borrow your shit. You'll pick me up and you'll bring me to the store. They don't want to use all their gas, but they ain't gonna offer you $10. You bring them to the store, they got more than enough food stamp. They ain't gonna buy you a loaf of bread. And you're gonna keep on bringing them? You're gonna keep on bumping your head? Not I, say the cat to the dog. In Jocelyn verse. Not I. I'ma just keep on being a fool. Girl, I didn't been a fool. I ain't finna be a damn fool. They got people like that. They'll ride with you and won't never ask you, do you need $10 for gas? Because they're users. Stop letting people use you to their advantage. Because that's what they do. Or just call Ann and she'll get it to you. Annie know how to say no. Now. Annie know how to say, I ain't got it, even when Annie got it. And better yet, I ain't got to say, I ain't got it. No. At one time, I couldn't say no. But, oh, let me call her. You ain't called me in 10 years, 5 years, 6 years. And now, oh, yeah, how you doing? What you doing? When somebody call you and they got that little cute verse on, it's your niece or nephew or grandchildren, whoever it might be. What you doing, T.D.? How you doing? What you been doing, T.D.? Oh, I ain't been doing nothing. When the verse changed, here go the part where they about to beg. Got to be more careful. You can almost tell when somebody about to ask you for something. You can almost tell. They ain't been calling. And now you need me, or you want something, you need something. But you couldn't pick up the phone and say, oh, hey, TD, how you doing? How you been? What you been up to? And what I did learn, the people that's not going to support me and not going to clap for me, I ain't clapping for them. That part right there. Why should I clap for you when you don't clap for me? Why should I be there for you when you don't be there for me? I already been there for you. And every time it was time for you to be there for me, you always had an excuse. Them days is over. Right string, wrong yo-yo. When you gonna stop being stupid for your sister and your brother? When you gonna stop being a flunky? Say no. I ain't telling you say no to everybody. I ain't telling you to make the good suffer for the bad, because they got some good people out there that's willing. If you help them, they're going to make sure if you lend them something, they're going to give it back. Don't make everybody suffer for what somebody else did. That's like me. Don't want to ever date again because of what they did. That's not who I am. But I'm going to be very mindful of what man I ever decide to be with from this day on forth. I'm not going to be with no any man. Ain't no any man could try to run game on me. How you going to try to run game on Parker Brothers? They invented all the tonka-tonk. I come from a pimp. Can't run no game on me. All the game I ran. How you going to try to run game on me? The game that I ran on somebody else, you going to try to run it on me. Hey, sis. Hey, queen. I'm not never going to be that person I was ever again in life. It took me a long time to get to where I'm at now. And I'm going to stay there. I'm not changing for nobody. The people been good to me, that's who I'm going to be good to. The people been by my side, the people ride the way with me, that's who I'm going to ride with. Them other people, the so-called I love you people, baby, y'all can say y'all love me a million times, but guess what? Y'all ain't never showed me y'all love me. So y'all can stay over there. It's always like that, Wanda. So stay over there. Love who love you. Embrace the ones who gonna embrace you. They got people love me for me. They don't even want nothing from me, but they love me. And just because somebody don't call you every day, people got stuff that they be dealing with among themselves. That don't mean they don't love you. I know a lot of people love me without a shadow of doubt. Somebody in their mind, they feel like nobody don't love them, and that's not true. If you in the world, even if you got one person, somebody love you. So stop saying you ain't got nobody don't love you. That's not true. They got people that love you that you don't even know love you. Somebody might love you on your job, and you don't even know they love you like that. So stop speaking negative into your life. Stop saying what I don't have. Anything that I want, anything that I desire, I can have. But I be mindful of what I want. Because sometimes you be tied in between what you want and what you need. You might want a Louis bag, a Gucci bag, but you might need to pay your bills first. See what I'm saying? So you can pay your bills first and still want the Gucci or the Louis, and he'll supply your each and every need. But you got to be very mindful of the things that you asking for. That's anything. Oh God, I wish I want a good husband. Oh, he'll send you a good husband. A damn good husband. He ain't gonna be the one for you. Because you didn't specify. You just said you wanted a good husband. So y'all gotta be very mindful of the stuff come out your mouth. The mouth is powerful. You can either speak death or life out your mouth. Well, I ain't gonna never have nothing. Well, I ain't gonna never do this. Well, I can't do this. Well, I can't afford this. Well, you keep on saying what you can't afford. And I'm gonna keep on going and get what I can afford. And some. You keep on saying what you can. And the most people that be complaining about what they can't afford is the ones that's sitting on some money. But they want people on the outside to believe that. Because they leeches and they want to leech all other people and spend other people's money, but they don't want to spend their money. Treat me the way I treat you. And we'll get along just fine. A lot of people don't know that's the way you're supposed to treat people. Just because you don't know somebody, that don't mean you're supposed to mistreat them. Because somebody watching the way you treating your neighbor. Somebody watching the way you treating somebody else's children. Somebody watching everything you're doing. And if it ain't right, what goes around comes around. And if somebody don't mistreat you, don't forget you got a son or daughter. Or you got grandchildren, a grandson, a granddaughter. And they not around you 24/7. That's why some people, well, I wish I would have been with my granddaughter. I wish I would have been with my grandson. I wish I would have been around when it happened. It wasn't meant for you to be around. Because they had to go through what they had to go through. That's why when some people be like, oh, I wish I was with you when that. No, God didn't want you to be with me. Because it would have turned out to be worse than what it was. Why you ain't called me? I ain't have to call you. Because I know how to handle myself. But if the time came where I felt the need that I needed to call you, then I'll call you. Other than that, I'm not calling nobody else to deal with nothing that I didn't put myself in or somebody didn't play with me. I know how far to let them go. And if they go too far, they don't know what's about to happen. And I don't never want to get to that point to where I don't want to hurt nobody. But people got to know that. If they run up on me in the wrong way, they gotta know that I'm gonna stand my ground. If you didn't know, now you know. Peekaboo. I'm gonna stand my ground. Don't let that go over your head. Peekaboo. Go run tell that. Stuff could turn out bad, especially when you run up on somebody. And then everybody, oh well, that shouldn't have. But she ran up on. Oh, but she ran up on somebody. See what I'm saying? Y'all don't look at life like that. To this day, I wish I would have never turned my back after I hit somebody, but I did. But I'm good because I made that choice. I did what I felt like I wanted to do at that time, and I paid the price. So to the person that did what they did to me, now they got to pay for what they did to me. I paid for what I did to somebody else. That's what I try to get y'all to understand. I'm not a saint. I wasn't a saint, but I didn't do to her what she did to me, but I did stuff. And when you do stuff, you pay for stuff. So I paid for that. And some. So in your mind, when y'all on the outside looking in, in your mind, y'all think of the real people that really know how Jehovah worked, they know they didn't get away with what they did. They just got by. We don't know what type of life them people live in. But stuff that they try to hide, Jehovah have a way of letting it leak out. So y'all think my husband didn't get it back? My ex, he got it back. His partner tried to unalive him. Wow. Wow. To the people that didn't know that. And y'all don't think life is real? Y'all don't think this shit is real? When somebody do something to you in y'all mind, y'all don't believe that they get that back? Well, something must be wrong with y'all. Because everything that I did, good or bad, I paid for it. Just think of the people I hurt when they see me in their mind like, well, she did what she did to me. You don't think that run across people's mind that I done did stuff to her? Oh, well, I don't feel sorry for her. They shouldn't, because I did them. And I don't feel sorry for me. I'm good. I'm happy with myself. I'm happy in my own skin. And the people that I did stuff got did to me. And they did something to somebody else when I did something to them. That's how life is. They wasn't no saint either. They just hurt me because I did something to them. But what about they did something to somebody else? We all done did stuff. A lot of us did stuff not intentionally knowing that you affect somebody's life by something you say. The mouth is deadly. You can unalive somebody with your mouth. You don't even have to be the one to pull a trigger. But you said the wrong thing and somebody lost their life. That's everyday life. That's everyday life. And to y'all young girls out there, they be saying, oh yeah, well, she did. She did, and that's why she's in a wheelchair. That was my husband at the time. I ain't did no more than what any other woman or wife would have did. Out of anger, out of emotions, out of her feelings. I was in my emotion, in my feelings. And I let my emotion and my feelings take over me. But if I would have just sit and thought for 1 second, things would have went a lot different. But mind you, the next day, I was going to jail for 5 years. Don't let that go over your head. The next day, which was a Monday, I was going to jail for 5 years, away from my children. Even though I'm in a wheelchair, I got an opportunity to raise 4 children from a wheelchair. On hands. 2 girls, 2 boys. Don't let that go over your head. And I'm still here. And I ain't miss a beat. So had that one happened, I would have been away from my 4 kids. Think about that. So I'm good. He know what I can handle. And everything that happened, it happened for a reason. Hey, Tasha, everything that happened in my life, it was for a purpose and a reason. And should I kept my hand to myself? Yeah. But I went off of my emotions and my feelings. And she should have tried to unalive me? No. That don't make it right. Because I ain't bring nothing to a fist fight. I wanted to fight. So when we do stuff and the choices we make, we got to pay for that. I paid for the choices, bad choices I made, and she got to pay for hers, and him too. So while y'all on the outside looking in thinking they living a good life, they're not. They're not happy with themselves. Even if they play that role when they out on the streets and people see them people not happy. He almost lost his life, and when he almost lost his life, I know he thought about my life. It's called life. And the cool part about it, his friend did him. All the people we grew up with, she almost unalived me, and his friend almost unalived him. That speak volume. That should let y'all know that karma is real. I ain't have to put my hands on him neither. He ain't put the pum pum in our hand, but he was the cause of everything. That part right there. So why y'all be around here judging and then looking at people and thinking people so happy because they going to church and they living their best life? A lot of people is living a lie. Y'all on the outside looking in and thinking people just, living a best life because they didn't took somebody's husband, somebody's wife, somebody's fiance. Just remember, we live in a real world. And what you do unto others, somebody gonna do unto you. But if it skip you, it's gonna go to your children, children, children. But just remember, you're gonna get it back. Right. That's what I'm saying. But another thing, when you young and you're not really thinking like that. When I was young and that happened, I was 28 years old. I wasn't really thinking about nothing when that happened. I went off of my emotion. I went off of my feelings. I didn't know who I was. If I knew who I was when I was with my ex-husband, I wouldn't allow myself to put my hand on another woman because of his action. I really didn't know who I was, and I really was going off of my emotion because there's somebody that I loved, there's somebody that I gave children to, and I was deceived. And then the other woman portrayed me because she was smiling in my face, and all us grew up around each other. And everybody knew that he was messing with her, but me. And when I found out, I was devastated. And you can't never say what you ain't gonna do until life presents itself. And when that happened, I wasn't thinking about the consequences and the repercussions. I never thought about, what if I do this? Because even, let's look at it like this. Even when I put my hands on her, if they would have called the police and put an assault charge on me, that would have been adding to the charge that I already had. And she still would have got it. So she wasn't thinking either. She didn't even have to pull a trigger. She didn't even, good night, BJ. She didn't even have to pum man back. Because if she would have put a charge on me that Monday, I would have went that night, that day, that Sunday, I would have went to jail and I wouldn't have got out. I would have been going to jail for assault. And plus, I would have been already in jail for 5 years. Never really looked at it like that. So she went over her emotions. Two wrongs didn't make no right. But that was my husband, not hers. But, and somebody said, what I would have changed about that day, that particular day, at that time, I would have just kept going about my business. But I was caught up in my feelings. Thank you. I was caught up in my feelings, caught up in my emotions. And I'm like, but I didn't look at the fact that this man was out there dealing drugs and I didn't want no part of that life anymore. I wasn't looking at that side. But I didn't remember that I didn't want no more part of that life. So once that happened to me, that separated us. That got me away from his lifestyle. Because the lifestyle that he was beginning to live is the lifestyle that I ran from. I didn't want no more part of no drug life. So it was a damn if you do and you damn if you don't. But the best part about my life and everything that happened to me is I'm still here. And I'm grateful. I'm forever grateful. In spite of my imperfection, in spite of me being in a wheelchair, I'm still grateful. All the other stuff that came along, with the HIV and all that stuff there, I didn't ask for none of that stuff. But it is what it is, and life be lifing, and I'm still here. And it been January, this month, the end of this month, gonna be 13 years with HIV. But I don't even elaborate on that. I don't worry about that. I take care of myself, and just because I am undetectable, don't give me the right to want to go around and sleep with each and everybody. I have my first of people who I'm going to be with. I have not people, but a person. I'm not going to be with anybody. It's got to be somebody that's educated about HIV, and it's got somebody that's willing to accept me for who I am, and somebody that's willing to protect themselves and protect me as well. I'm not going to, just because I want to be with somebody, I'm going to be with anybody. That's not who I am. That's not going to be who I'm ever going to be. And they got a lot of people, like a lot of women out there that's jumping in the bed with men because of their hormones, and they feel like they get caught up in the emotion and they call in their ex and all that kind of stuff there just for a feeling. They don't really want to be with their ex, but they calling them because they good in bed or something like that, but just for a feeling. When you taking a chance knowing that your ex is with somebody else and you still, they got a lot of women right now sleeping with their ex, even though their ex then went on with their life with somebody else. So it's like you playing Russian roulette because he got somebody or she got somebody else. People play Russian roulette every day with their life. But it's the people that know somebody like me that came out to the world, somebody like, other people that came out in the world, y'all won't ridicule them. But what about the people that didn't come out, that's walking around and knowing what they got, and they're not taking care of themselves, and they sleeping with multiple people? It's sad and it's scary in the world, period, because you can have somebody you've been with 20, 30 years, 10 years, 5 years, 15 years, and you're not a cheater. And just because you never caught them cheating, don't mean they ain't out there cheating. And just because you sleeping with one person, that don't mean that one person sleeping with you. So before y'all put your mouth on somebody that contracted a disease from somebody that was out there messing around and got what they got and passed it on to you, y'all got to be very mindful. Because you could be the very one talking about somebody that got it, and you ain't out there sleeping around, but your spouse sleeping around. Don't let that go over your head. Got to be more careful. It could be me today, and it could be you in a second, or tomorrow, or tonight. How about that? Since a lot of y'all be around here, y'all talking about other people and their life. What about your life? What about when your little pussy get hot? And you still texting your ex and your ex still texting you? What about when y'all go sneak around and do something in the car, do something at the hotel, and he go home and you go home? But he go home to somebody, and you still slept with him even knowing that he got somebody. You still slept with her knowing that she got a husband and he got a wife. Wow. You went home and you repent, huh? You worried, huh? You ought to be, because you know better. We all take chances. And you still taking that chance, huh? Because you caught up in your feelings and your emotion. I'm not just know anybody that he used to tell the world that I got infected. I'm somebody. And he allowed me to send the message to a lot of you young girls who think y'all out there being untouchable. Just because you got one boyfriend or one girlfriend don't mean you're untouchable. Don't let that go over your head. All it takes is one person and one time and 1 second and 1 minute. I remember I was in the club. Good night, Miss Wanda. I remember I was in the club and I saw them bringing a young lady in the club. And she was in a wheelchair. And I was like, damn. A little thought came to my mind. And she was real pretty. But I never thought that same club, they would have been carrying me up the steps too. Don't let that go over your head. I never thought they'd be carrying me up the steps at the same club. So with that being said, y'all, it's 9 o'clock. I love y'all. Keep y'all head up. Keep praying, whatever you're going through. Just know that he gonna work it out. And all things work together for the good for those who love Jehovah. But how can you say you love Jehovah and you trust him and you believe in him when you don't have enough faith to believe that whatever you're going through right now, he gonna bring you out? Thank you, my baby. Just know that he gonna bring you out. And when y'all watch the video, don't skip the commercials, because the commercials mean a lot to the YouTube channel. But a lot of y'all look at my life and my purpose for going live and my purpose for being on social media, even though I got sidetracked a lot of time. And I felt shame because I know better. But I had to clap back and let people know that I'm not a pushover because I'm in a that lady in a wheelchair. But I'm a messenger. And when God puts something in my spirit, I have to deliver the message. So every time I have a topic, every day, it's a topic that he put in my spirit. If y'all notice, I don't post other people content. I post everyday life because I want my content to make a difference in somebody's life. I want you to get off my live and say, man, that's powerful. I need to send this to somebody. Somebody need to hear this. So I love y'all. And every day we going to keep Jehovah first in our life. Keep trusting and believing. And know that one day, everything you asking for, just know that one day he gonna supply your each and every need. And it's gonna be all right. It's already all right. It's all love over here. Just know that no matter what you're going through, he got your back. It's Ikea, what's your name? Just know that I love you more, that Jehovah got your back. Even when it look like, or you feel like crying, or you be in your car and you just have the little crazy thoughts and you be like thinking nobody love you and you be by yourself. Just know that Jehovah love you. He woke you up to see another day. And even if you know of me, just know that I love you. Because God said love him anyway. But most of all, acknowledge him for who he is and turn from your wicked ways. And anything that come around you that's not like him or ain't trying to get like him, anything that's unclean, get it out your life. When they come around you with them evil spirits and talking crazy and all that, separate yourself. Stop saying you got to be around somebody or you need somebody. You don't need nobody but Jehovah. That's who make a way for me. Sometimes my phone might ring 1 or 2 times a day. But if it's somebody with a negative, I'd be like, damn, I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to hear nobody whining and crying and all day about what they ain't got. People will call and whine and cry to you because they want to see what they can get out of you. Don't miss the signs. You don't owe nobody nothing. Nobody but the man upstairs. That's who give you life. That's who give you breath. Your family, you don't owe nobody nothing. You don't owe your mama, your dad. They did their part. We don't owe nobody nothing. But you should give them respect. You should give back to people that gave to you. If they gave you love, give them that love back in return. Because a lot of people, you love them and you risk your life for them, but they won't do the same for you. We got to think about that. So I love y'all. With that being said, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all be blessed and y'all have a blessed night. I love y'all.